recognize Queen Masalanabo Mujaji of the Balobedu and Regent Queen Manya Kutulare of the Bapedi Kingdom in Sikukuni. I also want to recognize traditional leaders who have traveled all the way from KZN to be with us here today. Comrades and friends and people of South Africa, it is a real honor to have this opportunity to present the January 8th statement of the National Executive Committee of the ANC. Ke motlotlo haholo ho nna ho ema mona pela lona ke beya statemente sa komiti e kgolo ya mokgatlo wa batho ANC dat is vir my 'n eer om voor julle te staan om die verklaring van die Nasionale Uitvoerende Kommissie van die ANC op die 8de van Januarie by julle almal te bied. This year marks the 113th year anniversary of the formation of the African National Congress, the people's movement that was established to attain our freedom and to transform South Africa into a united, non-racial, non-sexist, democratic and prosperous country. We are very pleased as the National Executive Committee sitting here on stage to welcome all of you in your thousands to this stadium to celebrate the birth of the ANC. Many thought that we would just have a few people coming here. You have come in your thousands and thousands. Siyabulela ukuthi nifike ngomninzi ukubonisa ukuthi ANC kumbutho wabantu, kumbutho wesizwe. Sithi labo abadelela iANC sanudelela umbutho wabantu ANC. iANC iyaphila, iyaqhuba, noma bayathanda noma bathandi. Sizawuqhuba siye phambili. Today we gather in Khayelitsha in the city of Cape Town, here in the Western Cape, on the southern tip of our country and our continent. It is here where the East and the West converge, where wealth and poverty also converge, where justice and injustice, where despair and hope also converged. It was dubbed the Cape of Storms, but it was also dubbed the Cape of Good Hope. It was on these southern shores of our country that the painful history of colonial conquest, of dispossession, of oppression and exploitation started more than 340 years ago. It was driven by forces that sought to exploit the resources of our country, both in human terms and also in material terms. It was here where theft was committed, where they came from outer shores of our continent to come and steal our resources, to come and enslave our people. They came here in the quest to commit genocide, and they committed the genocide of the Khoi and the San, and it was here where prolonged wars with our African communities ensued. The colonialists imported slaves from Malay and also indentured laborers from India and China and countries along the east coast of our continent. The subjugation of all these people resulted in a complex relationship of domination and subordination. It defined some people as more human and others as less human. Abanye bati asingabo abantu, abanye bazibona bengabantu bengaphezulu kwabanye abantu. It was here that the proud and unbroken tradition of resistance and struggle for liberation started. From the Battle of Salt River in 1510, where the Khoi, the Abatwa, defeated the Portuguese through the successive wars of resistance led by great heroes of our people. We remember heroes such as Asumato, Makoma, Hinsa, Sikukuni, Tachwayo, Makado, Mansopa, Mojaji, Mushweshwe, Gungunyani, and many others battled against the colonialists. The spear of resistance was carried forward through the Bambata Rebellion in KZN in 1906, mass resistance in the 50s, when the ANC Youth League leaders, as in the form of Ubaba Walter Sisulu, Ulembete, Umandela, Utambo, and many others, embarked on a defiance campaign. The People's Army was then formed in the early 60s. The 1976 generation and the mass democratic movement of the 80s. All those acts of resistance had their genesis here in the Western Cape. And that is why we pay tribute to the people of the Western Cape. Siyanibonga ninonke ukuthi apha e-Western Cape naqala umzabalazo wokulwisa labo bebesiqindezela. Today we once again meet in a context of ongoing global crisis and stubborn challenges abroad and at home. The people of the Western Cape and South Africa continue to be confronted by unemployment. Abaninzi abantu bakuthi abaphangeli. Abaninzi abantu bakuthi bayahlupheka. Ukungalingani kuya phambili. And we have many other challenges that we have to confront. These challenges include crime, violence, gender-based violence, and femicide. They include drug abuse, unequal access to education, challenges such as water and sanitation, bad roads, and shortage of housing. There is a new political environment also in our country following the May 2024 elections. Your movement, the African National Congress, is no longer in the majority in Parliament to form government on its own.